This video provides an easy-to-follow instructions on how to install and work with the CageView system. First, go to the Microsoft Store and search CageView. Click on CageView and the user will see a window containing CageView app description. On the left side of the window, click Install to download the software. If the CageView app is outdated, the information button on the bottom of the main window will blink. Clicking on this button will show an alert stating updates are available. To initiate downloading and installing process, click on the download button beside the Updates are available statement. If the CageView app is up to date, clicking the information button will show a statement and info that the user is using the latest version of the app. Open the CageView app. The app indicates a Bluetooth Low Energy adapter status on its title bar on the right side. The user will see BLE ready when the adapter is enabled and turned on. The user can go ahead and add a BLE CageView when seeing this message. When there is no BLE adapter found in the system or is disabled under the device manager, no BLE adapter is shown. The user cannot use the BLE functionality of the app in this state. A restart of the app is required when a BLE adapter is connected or enabled after the app's initial startup. The Power On BLE button is shown when the BLE adapter is detected but it is turned off by the system. The user can either click on this button to turn on the BLE adapter or turn it on in Windows settings. Please note that the app does not require a restart after the BLE adapter is turned back on. To add BLE CageViews, click on the Add Cage button, then choose Bluetooth Low Energy. Entering a name for the cage is required, but filling in a description is optional. The default cage size in the app is 45 by 12 centimeters. The user needs to change the cage size to the desired dimensions by clicking on the plus or minus icon beside the width and height, or by inputting size numbers. The unit of the physical dimensions can be changed to centimeters or inches as well. Please note that most of the calculations done in the app depend on the cage size, and the user needs to ensure the cage size is correct. The discovered nearby BLE CageViews will be listed in the form. The user will need to choose one of the discovered devices from the list in addition to naming it. To connect the Smart Vision to the software, the user needs to click on the Smart Vision button and scan for nearby Smart Vision devices. Once the scan is finished and nearby devices are listed, the user can click on the desired Smart Vision device and configure the Smart Vision Wi-Fi. To configure Smart Vision to Wi-Fi, click on the Configure at Smart Vision Wi-Fi box. An extension of 3 unfilled values will be shown. The SSID, password, and username are case-sensitive. Please ensure to type them properly. The username is usually used for WPA2 enterprise networks such as the ones in universities. Once the boxes are filled, click on the Add button. The diet schedule for the cage is shown at the bottom left of the opened cage window. The diet schedule presented here is only a focused version that shows the current day in the middle, the previous day, and the day after. The weekly diet is defined by a 48 by 7 schedule, each box representing a 30-minute window during a week. The current time is differentiated by a breathing animation. Clicking on each box toggles the diet for that specific time slot. The user can also press down the mouse button and swipe over the desired boxes to change the diet schedule more easily. Clicking the Week Schedule button at the bottom will open the Week Schedule dialog. Editing the diet schedule is the same as the focused version. The user can use this dialog to save and load their defined diet schedules in the app. To save a diet schedule, name the schedule, then click on the Save button. Please note that diet schedules with different names but the same schedule cannot be saved. After diet schedules are saved in the app, they can be used and loaded onto any CageView. To load a previously saved diet schedule, the diet from the list should be chosen. After selecting a diet schedule, the interface will show a preview of that with a different color fading back and forth on top of the current diet schedule. Please note that editing the schedule in the state is disabled. You can click on the X button beside the list if you need to clear your selection and go back to your current diet schedule. When diet schedule is selected, click on the Load button or the Delete button represented by a trash bin icon. Manual control of the Cage's current food lid state can be done by using the switch at the bottom right of the Cage's view. The food lid events indicates a summarized list of when the food lid has been opened or closed. By clicking on the All Events button, a full list of the food lid events will be seen. Events are sorted by time in descending order, meaning that the most recent one will always be at the top of the list. The user can choose the date that they want to see the logs by clicking on the calendar icon. The calendar will only show the dates that the app has records for them. Switching the Run Mouse Detector network would trigger the mouse detector feature. Adjustment of the Cage's corners to fit with the dimension indicators is required in order for the mouse detector reading to accurately pinpoint the mouse's activity inside the Cage's boundaries. When the mouse or rat is detected in a frame, its position will be added to the activity heat map. The user can see the current movement trajectory updated in real time at the top right side of the Cage's view. Switching the Run Mouse Detector network off will cause the current trajectory to be finalized and stored if there were existing points. Clicking the Previous Trajectories button will show the history of previously gathered mouse or rat movement trajectories. The previously stored trajectories can be chosen from the list at the top. Each trajectory log is presented by its date, duration, and count of points. These metrics can then be exported as a CSV file and PNG images if needed. BLE CageView can function independently without the app. Some food lid events might be a rough estimate, as the app cannot gather all the logs when not connected to the Cage. In fact, every time that the Cage's current state is different than the last stored food lid event, an estimated food lid event will be generated, stating that the food lid event was opened or closed at or before a certain time. Since BLE CageView can function standalone without the app, it requires the correct time and diet schedule to be set on the board itself. An out-of-sync dialog will pop up when the system's time that the app is running on is different than the time set on the BLE CageView. It's a good idea to check if the system time is correct when this dialog is shown. If the system time is indeed correct, please go ahead and accept this dialog so that the system's time is written to the BLE CageView. An out-of-sync diet schedule dialog will pop up when there's a conflict between the diet schedule set in the app and the one on the smart feeder. Two options will be shown: to keep the app's diet schedule, or to keep the one set on the smart feeder. To edit or delete cages, click on the Edit Cages button presented by a pencil icon to turn on the editing mode. CageView items in the list will become selectable. CageViews that are no longer needed can be deleted by clicking on the Delete button presented by a trash bin icon. Please note that deleting a CageView will also delete all the gathered history for it. Clicking the Cancel button presented by an X will discard editing. With connecting Smart Vision to an existing cage, click on the Scan button and select the desired Smart Vision device. Ensure the Smart Vision is turned on before scanning. Please note that the user does not need to input the SSID, password, and username for this process if the Smart Vision is previously configured. If not, a window will pop up and ask for entering credentials to configure the Wi-Fi connection on the Smart Vision device. With connecting Smart Feeder to an existing cage, click on the Scan button and select your desired Smart Feeder device. Click the Accept button afterward. Click on the Previous Trajectories button to open the Previous Trajectory Logs dialog. Select the desired trajectory log to view, and the recorded visual of the activity heat map and movement histogram will be seen. To customize the target time range, drag the slider to set the preferred time range. The user can also choose the desired start and ending minute. To customize the histogram bin interval, drag the slider to set the preferred time interval, and a difference in data distribution on the movement histogram should be seen. Please note that the histogram interval can be customized with various excrements of time. For example, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and all the way to an hour. The differences in chosen time excrements can be seen on the movement histogram. To customize the heat map cell size, drag the sliders for the cell width and height to set the desired size range. A difference in cell size on the heat map should be seen. This feature allows the user to limit the range and focus on specific areas of the cage for closer observation. The user can customize the heat map cell size on the CageView window as well. Once trajectory data has been customized, exporting the data into CSV file can begin. Click on the magnifier glass icon and select the folder to export the CSV data in. After selecting the folder, click the Export button, and the exported data can be accessed in the previously chosen folder. After customizing the trajectory points to export, where the target time range is trimmed, a dialog will pop up to give the user an option to export only the trimmed points or export all the existing points in the trajectory log.